The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It is 55 degrees, a little rainy out, depending on where you are. It actually really, there's like a lot of flooding in some of the areas. It rained harder than I thought last night.
I know.
Just heard a little bit of rain.
Well, it's going to make everything green.
Oh,
No.
that'd be very nice. Case the producer also here. What up?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Saw something very unusual on the drive-in today.
You did?
I did.
Case.
I didn't. I saw Kate. That was later. Very unusual. But driving down South Lakeshore Drive, right around the turn where you see the Drake and Oak Street Beach, you know, you see things on the road that people either fell off their car or they threw out. You know, never litter, by the way. Just take your garbage home and throw it away. That's my
I
motto.
thought you were saying there's never litter. I think there's a lot of litter
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
There's a lot of litter. And this, I guess, is considered litter, what I saw, but I'm not 100% sure what happened. I got curious about the scene. I saw a full king-size mattress on the turn,
That's a bummer.
but it didn't fall off, at least from what I can tell. It had the plastic on it. I wanted to take a picture of it, but I was on the turn.
But
I
you
was
think
afraid.
it didn't fall off?
It looks like they stopped their car, perfectly set it up on the guardrail so it's standing up, and then left.
They want to come back for it
It
later.
probably fell off and somebody else scooted it out of the way of the road.
But I mean, it is perfectly set up like in a store on the guardrail on Lakeshore Drive.
I'll tell you, it's somebody's lucky day.
Well,
Could you imagine driving down the road like, oh my God, the plastic's still on?
the price tag, as far as I saw, I was sliding a little bit on
You
that turn.
saw the price tag? How much were you not looking at the road?
Were you drifting?
I might as well have taken a picture of it because I was kind of drifting around the corner.
Great.
And like you just said, Kenzie, for a minute I thought of stopping. I'm like, hey,
And new mattress.
they're not cheap. And it's a nice looking king mattress there.
Oh, yeah. Sure, there's nothing wrong with it.
And it just didn't appear to fall off and get all muddy and like it just set up nicely on the turn there.
Oh, beautiful.
I
You
wonder-
should just sleep there.
Well, I wonder if it's still there.
I don't know, Brian. I would imagine it's a hot get.
This
you
was
know?
this was 2 hours ago, so it was about 4 o'clock.
Should we send someone
You
there?
want me to go? I can leave right now.
You want to go out there and check it out?
I kind of want to send Kenzie to see if the mattress is still there.
I'll go. I'll pick up. We guys went for breakfast on the way back.
That's the thing. See, it's kind of this works out for us.
Yeah.
Whether there's a mattress or not.
We'll get a snacky snack.
I guess
I'll do a call in. Don't worry about it. I'm on it.
That's the question. Will you come back?
Yes, she will.
Like
She'll come back.
tomorrow?
No, she'll come back
no.
Like
today.
ever?
You go look and see where the mattress is if it's
Yeah.
there.
Well, then I'm already partway home. It'd be stupid.
You're not partway home. It's Oak
I'm not
Street
going to
Beach.
double back. It's weird.
I don't even think it's a mile from here. And Elgin's about 48 miles from here.
But I'm so close. I can smell my house.
You're in your car. You've got kind of the feel, the vibe going.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
You got Q101 on the
Sometimes I
radio.
just black out when I'm driving, and I accidentally drive home. I'm like, damn it. I was going to run errands.
Well, we'll let the listeners decide here in the break if Kenzie should go check out and see if this mattress is still there
She's
on
got to
Lakeshore
go
Drive.
now before traffic builds up, but I want her to go to see if the mattress is still there and to take a photo of the mattress.
I've never been more prepped to do something.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Okay, before we get to the fact that makes your brain go, a couple seconds away with some breaking news here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I want to thank 773 for texting in this information that the mattress I was talking about here about 10 minutes ago is still there on the corner. It's on the turn, Lakeshore Drive right by the Drake and the Oak Street Beach turn there heading southbound. The mattress is still there for anybody that wants it. We decided that Kenzie shouldn't go out there, so she's still here. She's staying
No,
here.
I think I need to make sure it's the right mattress. They could be lying.
Still want to make that walk?
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk to it.
It's a nice little steps there, getting in there.
Well, then I'm definitely not making it back for the end of the show.
Yeah, she's got short legs.
I walk. You don't understand, Brian. I don't know if you ever noticed when we walk somewhere together, I'm running and you're walking. It's like a chihuahua. You know how you see its legs move back and forth really, really, really fast just to keep a normal pace?
Yeah.
That's how I am.
I haven't noticed. I promise I will not notice because I think that's not nice of me to do, to look down and see your legs going like.
Why? You think it's not nice to look down and see my legs?
Yeah, I'm just going forward, and
You don't understand. It's a lot of work.
There's a cartoon like that where the big dog's walking with the little dog, and the little dog's going, legs are going like 100 miles an hour.
It's just real life. It's not a cartoon. It's what happens.
It's you guys at picnic at the Taste of Randolph. That's what it is.
Very busy.
Why don't, Case, you take over the show and I walk with Kenzie to go look at the mattress, and we'll take a video of it. We'll see what it looks like.
It's the buddy system. She's got to take a friend.
Yeah.
But now it's getting more and more fun. Field trip.
Yep.
I used to love field trip days.
Oh, it was always so good to look forward to a field trip.
I know. The only thing that sucked was the lunch because you had to bring in a brown bag.
I brown bagged it every day for lunch. My mom packed the lunch, and then I packed my own lunch through like junior high and high school.
Warm yogurt. It's disgusting.
Oh, I never had yogurt for lunch.
What did you have?
I had a ham and cheese sandwich I made.
And it was lukewarm.
Yeah, the ham was a little warm by then.
Ugh.
Yeah. And a ding dong. Hostess ding dong.
Oh.
You ever had those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also better cold. All of it.
I agree. All of it's better cold.
Ugh. I don't like brown bag lunches. I used to just take granola bars to lunch because I was so temperature sensitive.
Yeah, but those are just, granola bars always sound like a good idea. Because they have chocolate chips on them or oatmeal, but then you eat them, it's cardboard.
You know what the problem is for me? Is always I have this weird thing, okay? This is one of my weird quirks where I like to save the best bite for last. So you know when you have a chocolate chip granola bar, there's always a random cluster of more chocolate chips in one area?
Correct.
So it always happens. So I have to eat everything else first, so I can have a bite. But near the end, someone always goes, "Can I have a bite?" And then I'm just devastated. I'm like, I've been eating ass oats for 5 minutes, waiting for this chocolate chip explosion.
This glorious joy that I've been looking forward to.
Oh, it was horrible.
Well, again, thanks to Hannah in Albany Park for sending the picture and for the mattress. So as far as I know, it's still there. Looks like a nice king-size mattress.
Someone asked if it could be a prize in Clash with Kenzie.
You know what? If someone, I shouldn't have somebody bring
I'm
it to
not
the
touching
station.
it. Well, I'm not touching it. It's gonna have bed bugs.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If we just put together a playlist of about 15 minutes worth of music, play some long songs, Alive, Pearl Jam, Closer, Nine Inch Nails, some of the longer songs we have.
Yep.
The three of us can go out there, get the mattress, and come back, and then we'll give it away during Clash with Kenzie.
We got about 50 minutes to figure all that out. I still have to do the fact first. Let's get the fact. It will make your brain go that. So coming up, Chicagoans, 33% of Chicagoans count this as exercise every day. And I'm telling you, it's not exercise. It's not even in the realm, in the ballpark of exercise. But if everybody's losing more time, you're working a second job, you're hustling, you're out there, and you just forget going to the gym or don't have a gym membership because they're expensive, and you just don't do anything at all. So people are counting different things as exercise. You will not believe what people count 33% of Chicagoans as exercise.
You know what I keep wanting to count as exercise in my little app, and there's no option for it, or on my Apple Watch, is when I have to rock the baby to sleep, physically, I'm standing and I'm running around and doing all these dips, and I'm drenched in sweat, and I have no way of tracking it.
You can't log in carrying baby, rocking baby hard.
No, I'm this is
Rocking baby hard.
like walking around. You can do low intensity walk as an option. And I promise you, rocking my baby around the Christmas tree is way more difficult.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Rocking that baby around the
But
Christmas
it's
tree.
my arms are sore, my legs are sore. I'm sweating while I'm doing it because he struggles. You got to kind of hold him down. It's the whole thing.
And also your feet are going. Brrr.
Yeah. You know, fast enough to move.
That's right.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. And we talked about 33% of Chicagoans count this as exercise daily, and it's nowhere in the realm of exercise. And no one can
And that says a lot coming from you.
It certainly does, because I like to, come around of things like I walk steps every day because I live in a 2-flat. Well, I live in a 4-flat, but I'm on the second floor. 3 flights of stairs up and down every day. I walk up steps here at work. And so I count those. I count that, hey, at least I'm getting all these steps in every day, about 100 steps a day, up steps. And that's fine. It really is something you should do, but it's not.
Steps are good. I think that counts.
But I wouldn't count it as exercise. To me, you got to be sweaty. Like you were just talking about carrying the baby around and sweating. You want to count that as exercise in your app. And there's
that's a weighted, it's way more than just walking.
I think so. So what Chicagoans do, 33% of them, count doing the dishes as exercise.
Now listen.
Uh-huh. You gonna qualify this
If
one?
you gotta clean like a roasting pan, I sweat doing that. I'm a very little person.
Do you have a scrub daddy?
No,
They're amazing.
I am the scrub daddy.
No.
My house has a me, unfortunately.
All I'm saying is, now I know what to get you for Christmas. The 6-pack at Costco of the Scrub Daddies. If you ever saw it on Shark Tank, it was a guy I think it's the richest Shark Tank invention ever. And it's this little round scrub pad with a smile on it. And for some reason, it gets everything off the pans. It's so good. I don't know how to describe why it works so well. It's just a better scrubbing pad. So if you do roasting pans often, you need some Scrub Daddies.
Right, but it's like, it is. I mean, listen, if all you're doing is turning on the faucet and like dumping out a bowl, no. But certain pans, like when you gotta really get in there, we have to clean your cast irons. That's a journey. You can't even use soap. You have to scrape. You have to clean. You have to do the olive oil thing. They're heavy.
Yeah.
You're burning more calories than a lot of things.
Love the cast iron, by the way. It is a pain to clean it up. But
That's what I'm saying. So I think
great.
it depends what you clean. Like
Yeah.
if you're dumping out your cup, no.
So now you're counting then, doing the dishes as
Listen,
exercise?
when I make like paella, I have to spend like an hour cleaning up after.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm not burning calories doing that?
I
don't think so.
Well, I do all the cleaning because Megan does all the, like, not all of it, but a lot of the cooking, and there's a lot of stuff left over. So you do that, then I'll clean up everything. So I do all that too. And I got to say, I turn the air conditioning down when I'm doing the dishes because it's kind of hot. The water's hot. I'm working my arms. I'm cleaning everything pretty tight. So I'm not going to go far enough like you are to say it's exercise. Unless I'm
But you know what?
misreading
In fairness, and this is a compliment to you, you're stronger than me.
So I
So
walk.
when you're picking up big pans and stuff like that, I'm like,
What are you picking up an anvil?
I look like Squidward, you know, when his eyes pop out, and I'm just trying to lift it to this thing.
Can you make that sound again? Oh, that's great.
It's exhausting. It's heavy.
All right. Okay, so Kenzie counts it as exercise.
Sometimes opening jars is exercise too. I've been drenched in sweat. I'm like, I can't get it.
Now, Case, this is not a diss to you, but for some reason,
I don't even know where this is going.
Oh, well, let me tell you if you think this is accurate, Kenzie. I picture Case doesn't have plates and silverware. Everything is paper plates.
Oh. Well, no, I think he eats it out of the box it gets delivered in.
Yeah, that too. Like, I think he just, the food comes and goes, eats it that way, paper plates, you throw them
I
away.
bet Case doesn't own like a Tupperware. I feel like everything that he orders stays, like the pizza box stays in a box. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you meant he eats everything in one sitting and nothing stays over for
that's true.
leftover.
But sometimes he
so
orders
hurtful.
family feasts for the weekend, even though he's by himself. So I bet all that stays in the box.
I also love that we're talking about him like he's not here.
Well, we have to both get our facts out and then see who's right.
Okay, who's right, Case?
Well, you both are. That's the problem. I only have paper plates. But more often than not, it doesn't even hit the paper plate.
Right? That's right, too.
And is your fridge just littered with like styrofoam and paper boxes?
Of
and all?
course.
Yeah.
Okay, and the fourth thing that Kenzie brought up was Tupperware. Do you have any?
You know what's funny is that I feel like I'm missing Tupperware. That like I moved into this apartment with a bunch of Tupperware that I no longer have.
That's
so
a-
I basically don't have any.
Yeah, that's it. There's no Tupperware
If
either.
he has Tupperware, you know he's covering the top with tinfoil, like not a lid.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like the ghetto, like college kid version of Tupperware.
I gotta admit, I've done that a couple times.
He
'Cause
has paper plates with with that tinfoil over them, but it's keeping in like that's not fresh.
why do the lids always disappear? Who's taking them? Is there a
We
lid?
have a very organized lid system at our house.
Oh,
That's how
re-
it goes down. Oh.
How's that? Very, very sophisticated with your lids.
Because I don't like look at you with your lid problems. I don't want to go buy new Tupperware.
That's facts.
What do you do with your lids, Kenzie?
They're like stored next to they're all like in a line by size.
God.
So like in the back, so you can see it. Like it looks like a Verizon wireless bar. So you know the area to go for your lid.
You know,
That's
that
what-
description is perfect.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand it.
Yeah.
I can see
You
it.
can start small, go big.
Yeah.
Then I know.
You all right over there, Case?
Oh man.
No wonder
No
you're.
Case's house does not look like that.
No wonder you're sweating. You're organizing lids.
That's what I'm saying. You
Jeez.
tell me I'm not working out. I
Damn,
don't think so.
God.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
That's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just did the fact that makes your brain go that 33% of Chicagoans think doing the dishes is exercise. And, I instantly poo-pooed that, saying exercise, you have to be doing something like lifting weights or pushing some kind of machine or riding a bike. But after the discussion of it, when Kenzie brought up her roasting pan and her cast iron, there certainly is a lot of work, and you do work up a sweat scraping those things.
Yes. I'm disgusting after the dishes.
I'm sure that's a little aggressive word, disgusting.
No, it's spot on.
No, it's disgusting. Now, Sean checked in, though, and said, I have a 35-year-old cast iron that I use soap on, and I soap it daily for 35 years, and it's clean.
No.
That's not what you're supposed to do with a cast iron.
No, because it absorbs soap. It's supposed to absorb flavor, but then now it's going to absorb soap.
Yeah. Because I bought one at Target, and I think I've had it a couple years now.
You've had it a couple of years because I've heard so much about it.
Well, it's a lot of maintenance. It's like getting a baby.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I discovered it during the pandemic. I never cooked on a cast iron and then started doing it then. Like steaks are unbelievable. Chicken. Anything you put on the cast iron is better.
I mean, but you can't soap it up. It also can cause rust.
Correct.
So which is not good to eat.
Well, I clean mine. You're supposed to put, after it's done, I throw salt on it and
We're
scrape
supposed to use the scraper. So you can use hot water and you can scrape.
Yeah.
Then you have to dry it very, very, very well. You can't let it sit wet because that's how you get rust. Then you have to re-season it by putting oil back on it. Some people heat it.
Yeah.
So make sure all the water is gone and the oil cooks in.
I heat it. That's what I do. I put it back on, heat it up, let it cool down, and then I put a little avocado oil on it to let it sit for next time. Yeah. No soap. No soap. I don't know.
I here and there, say you actually burn something and you're really, really struggling to get the crust out. You could probably use a little bit. To say you always clean it with soap, though, not good.
But he's had his cast iron for 35 years.
I know, but you're ruining the point. Even if it's fine, you're lucky it didn't rust. Okay, fine. You dried it well enough. You're getting rid of some of the flavor because it does absorb. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. There's a text came in from Dan, the cameraman, who said, "Look it up. Wash it with soap. Go read it now." He was very urgently telling me to Google it.
Does he sell newspapers?
Extra.
Yeah, read it now.
Get your cast iron, wash it with soap.
Now, I don't know anything about cast irons because I'm not in that tax bracket. Is it normal to have one for 35 years?
They last forever. That's the point. I want to inherit pans from my mom because they'll taste better.
I will say this. I'm already on my second in 4 years, though. Because the first one got a little cruddy, and I just couldn't scrape anything off it anymore. So we got a little bit bigger and better one for about, I talked about cast iron money case, about $28 at Target.
Okay.
Is that too much for you?
But that seems like a really long time for a pan to last. I mean, think about the worldly events Sean's cast iron pan has seen. Grunge wasn't a thing when he got his cast iron. That was pre-Pearl Jam.
Wow.
That cast iron pan, that saw the fall of communism in Germany. The Berlin Wall was up in 1989.
Jesus.
That's too long to have something.
I mean,
there's nothing you should have in 1989 that you still have now.
What about kids?
Oh, that's different.
Okay. Why are you still alive?
That seems like an entirely separate argument.
Okay, you can have a kid from 35 years ago. But, I mean, that cast iron, half its life was 9/11.
Wow.
What do you mean half of its life?
I mean, that cast iron for 35-year-old cast iron. So that had a good life.
When it was half years old. Yeah. When it went through its midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Imagine the first time he threw burgers down on that thing after 9/11, how patriotic that must have felt.
Oh, my God. It must have been wonderful. Yeah, that cast iron had a great pre-9/11 life. Because I lived pre-9/11, and it was great. And things got bad since then.
So did I. I was just in kindergarten. And things were going pretty good for me, too.
Yeah. Kindergarten naps.
And then afterwards, they just started working.
Yes, see?
Here I
Your
am
post
to this
9/11
day.
post 9/11 life ain't so good, is it?
No. I used to get naps in the middle of the day.
Juice boxes.
It sucks.
Oh, it's terrible.
Brian, real quick before we go to Gil Curtis, Double Features Mike has a request on the text line that you read Dan, the cameraman's text, but in the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, because it kind of has a little bit of get to the chopper now energy to it. Can you do that?
Let me see if I can get that there. Okay, find the text. Okay, here we go. Look it up now. Wash the cast iron with water and soap. Go read it now.
Well, now I'm going to wash it with soap.
All right, here's go Curtis.
This is not headline news. It's National Flip Flop Day, or as politicians call it, Wednesday. A Virgin Australia jet had to turn around mid-flight after a naked man ran down the aisle. The man was charged with failing to check his second bag. China's military has developed a robot dog with an automatic rifle mounted on its back. It's being described as the coolest way you could possibly die. And Jelly Roll says marijuana keeps him sober. I'll go out on a limb and guess that it also gives him the munchies. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.